For those of you that follow me on Instagram, you already know that I just got a new camera, so I am still getting used to it because this is my first time filming a actual tutorial using it. So I hope the video comes out okay. I'm a little nervous. When I was filming it, I was like, ooh, it's like autofocusing and all that, and I was like, oh, it's so cool. So yeah, I hope that turns out okay, and I'm sorry about the lighting in advance because I don't have my camera lighting that I usually use. Today I'm just using natural lighting, so I hope it turns out okay. I don't know. This video is going to be a little bit weird. Also, I have a hard time filming eyeliner. As you can tell by the title, of course, I probably should have introduced my video. The video today is how to do smoky eyeliner. I've been getting a lot of questions on how I do my smoky eyeliner because for the last month, all I've been wearing is smoky eyeliner and everybody's been asking me how to do it. And I think it's so gorgeous, especially if you want something a little bit more on the dramatic side, but not too much. Like if you don't want to wear like a ton of eyeshadow, it's like perfect because you could just smoke out your eyeliner and it looks so good. Anyway, back to the point, I have a hard time filming eyeliner like next to a camera, so I kind of messed up a few times, and then at one point I had to like stop filming and kind of fix it because I realized like one side was like this and one side was like out, so I was like, okay, so it just wasn't turning out good. But I hope the video turns out okay for you guys. In the video, I do mention that everybody does smoky eyeliner a little bit differently. You'll see in my video, it gets messy in the beginning, and then at the end, once you clean it up, it turns out like this. I will go ahead and show you guys. But yeah, everybody does it a little bit differently. This is just the way that I feel comfortable doing it. So if you guys would like to see how I do my smoky eyeliner, please keep watching. For the eyeliner that I'm using today, it's not my first choice, but I will be using the Revlon Color Stay. And like I said, it's not my first choice. I usually use the L'Oreal Infallible Gel Lacquer Liner, but I can't find it, so I just am using this one. And then for the brush that I'm using, I am using this little eyeliner brush right here. So this eyeliner brush is from Royal and Langnickle. So the first thing that I did was I coated my brush with the eyeliner, as you see here, and then I kind of just smooth it out onto the sides of the little eyeliner pot there. As I start with the inner corner, and I just lightly start applying the eyeliner, starting from the inner corner, and I'm just going to line the whole top eyelash line. And by filling in underneath here on this inner waterline, it will help to hide that gap from your eyelashes, and it will just kind of make your eyelashes look more fuller as well. Okay, so to create the wing, what I'm going to do is I'm going to draw the line, but by doing that, I'm going to extend it up from my lower lash line. So as you can see here, my lower lash line, it kind of goes up. And then what I'm going to do is I'm just going to continue to extend that lower lash line. All right, so there's the wing on that side. I'm gonna go ahead and do the same thing to the other side. So now that I have that done, since we are doing a smoky eyeliner, I'm going to slightly fill in that wing. Not all the way though, just because we're gonna be smoking it out with eyeshadow. So now that we have somewhat of a wing, not perfect at all, like I said, I will be taking this Royal and Langnickle Smudger brush. It's kind of dense, so when you smoke out the eyeliner, it works out really perfectly. Now everybody does their smoky eyeliner a little bit different. For me, I like to actually put on the eyeliner first, draw a little bit of the wing, smoke it out, and then clean it up. Some people do it completely different than me, but this is the way that I like to do it, so it works out perfectly every time. So I'm just taking this smudger brush, and then I am taking this little black eyeshadow from the Naked Basics palette. I'm just taking a little tiny bit. I kind of just dab it on there. What I'm doing now that I've taken the black eyeshadow and just tapped it a little bit on my brush, I am going to start smudging it against that wing. All right, and then once you get up to that end of the wing, just start dragging it up very slowly. Like I said, this eyeliner wasn't my first choice. It kind of dries a little bit too fast to actually smudge it out. So I wouldn't recommend the Revlon Color Stay Gel Eyeliner. I always highly recommend the L'Oreal Infallible Gel Lacquer Liner because it's so blendable and it doesn't dry like super flaky or anything like that. This eyeliner would, yeah, definitely not my first choice, but it's what I have, so I'm gonna work with it. So the next brush that I'm going to be using, it is also from Royal and Langnickle, and it is their crease brush. So it kind of just looks like a little blending brush, and this is going to help blend out the eyeshadow that we just applied even more. So again, we're just going to be tapping the brush in the black eyeshadow and then lightly dragging it across that wing. So it looks like a huge blob of black right now. Like I said, everybody does it a little bit differently. For me, I like to do it like this first so that it gets really smoky, and then I clean it up and make it like a really sharp wing. So you'll see in the end, it's gonna look perfect. So now I am going to take my MAC Pro Longwear, and the color that I use is NC20, and this is just the skin tone that I already am. And then I'm going to be using the Sigma Flat Definer brush. I like to use this on my eyebrows as well because it gets really sharp lines. So with my concealer, I just lightly apply it to the back of my hand. Get a little dot on my hand just like that, and then I can't see what I'm doing. Okay, so just a little bit of concealer on the brush. Do you guys see where we originally made that line of eyeliner? Now we're just going to clean it up against that eyeliner line, if that makes sense. You guys will see here what I'm gonna do. So just like that. Now in between strokes, I like to clean off the brush on the back of my hand and then apply a little bit more concealer. Okay, so since I have a really hard time doing eyeliner in front of a camera, I went ahead and I kind of cleaned it up because I looked in the mirror and I'm like, oh my god, this looks terrible. So anyway, there is the finish. So now taking the mini flat smudge brush, also from Royal and Langnickle, it looks just like this. It's a little tiny smudger brush, and then I'm just going to take faint eyeshadow from the Naked Basics palette. It's this brown color right here. Just lightly tap it onto the brush, or tap the brush into the eyeshadow, and then I'm going to do that underneath on my waterline, or underneath my waterline. I can't talk today, guys. So I'm just lightly patting on this eyeshadow. You don't want to start sweeping it across the eye first. You want to pat it on first because you don't want it to fall out all over your face. So I just lightly tap it on, just like that, just to get it on there. And then you can sweep it back and forth to kind of smudge it out. And now with the same brush, I'm going to dip it in the black just a little tiny bit, pat on some eyeshadow there, and then apply it just to the outer part of my lower lash line. Again, I was using a patting motion and then lightly sweeping it down. Once I've done that, I am just taking this little flat brush that I have here, and going to apply the Venus eyeshadow into the tear ducts, which is the inner corners of my eyes, to give myself a highlight so that it doesn't look so dark. So by applying this, it's really going to brighten up your eyes. I'm going to go ahead and finish up the rest of the eyeliner now. Just like we did with the wing, we extended it from the lower lash line up. You're going to do the same thing, except you're going to extend it from the upper, what do you call this, upper lash line downward. So to finish off the look, I'm just going to apply false eyelashes. And of course, my favorite false eyelashes are Red Cherry number 43. I wear them all the time, so I'm gonna go ahead and apply those and then just apply some mascara. Alright guys, that's it for my smoky eyeliner tutorial. I really hope you guys enjoyed it, and if you guys have any questions, please feel free to leave a comment down below or ask me on my Instagram, my Ask FM, my Twitter, anything like that. I'll make sure to link all that in the description box. Anyways, I'll see you guys next time. Bye!